Hello everyone, welcome to solve this nice algebra problem, which is p to power 2 subtract p to power 3. This is equal to 2. So what is the value of p? Now solution, now we have p to power 2 subtract p to power 3. This is basically equal to 2. Okay. Now we can express 2 basically as 1 plus 1. Okay. So let's substitute this. We'll have p to power 2 subtract 2p to power 3. This is the same thing. This is equal to 1 plus 1. Okay. So let's take 1 plus 1 on the left hand side. We'll have p to power 2 subtract p to power 3. Subtract, this is 1. Can express this 1 as, can be expressed as 1 to power 2 subtract 1 to power 3. This is equal to 0. If you say 1 to power 2, it's the same as 1. 1 to power 3 is the same as 1. So you can see we have p to power 2. Okay, let's put the right terms together. We'll have 2 to power 2, p to power 2, subtract 1 to power 2, subtract p to power 3. Okay, subtract 1 to power 3. This is equal to 0. Now we have two parts here. One is p squared, subtract 1 squared. Okay, and the second part, we have p cubed, subtract 1 cubed. Okay, so let's express this in this way. We have p to power 2, subtract 1 squared, subtract, okay, this is the same thing as p cubed plus 1 cubed. This is equal to 0. Okay, so we are saying we have two parts here. This is the difference of two squares expressed as a squared minus b squared. And the second part, actually this is in the form of a cubed plus b cubed. Okay, we are saying that p squared minus 1 squared, this is actually in the form of the difference of two squares expressed as a squared minus b squared. And p cubed plus 1 cubed, this is actually in the form of a cubed plus b cubed. Okay, so let's proceed. We have p squared minus 1 squared. We're saying this is actually in the form of difference of two squares expressed as a squared minus b squared, which is a plus b, a minus b. Okay, so that means that p squared minus 1 squared, this is the same thing as p plus 1 and also p subtract 1. Okay, so the other part, we have p cubed plus 1 cubed. We are saying this is actually expressed in the form of a cubed plus b cubed. Okay, and this is actually equal to a, okay, plus b into the parentheses. We'll have a squared minus ab, okay, plus b squared. So that means you can express p cubed plus 1 cubed basically as p plus 1. Okay, then we'll have p squared subtract p, okay, then plus 1 squared, which is actually 1. Okay, so let's combine this first part and the second part. So we'll have p plus 1, p minus 1, okay, subtract, we have p plus 1, p squared, subtract p plus 1. This is equal to 0. Now, as you can see, p plus 1 is common, so we factor out p plus 1. So we'll have p plus 1 into the parentheses. We'll have p subtract 1, subtract, now we have p squared, then negative times negative p, we'll have plus p, then negative times positive 1, this is negative 1, this is equal to 0. Now we have two parts here. We have two parts here. The first part is p plus 1, this is equal to 0. And the second part is p subtract 1, this is p subtract 1, subtract p squared plus p subtract 1, this is equal to 0. Now we have two parts here. From the first part here, we have that p plus 1 is equal to 0. So that means that the first value of p, I can call this one p1, This is equal to -1. Okay, and this is a real root. So let's calculate the other possible values of p. So we have p subtract 1 minus p squared. So we have -p squared. Okay, we have p plus p, so plus 2p. And then we have -1 subtract -1. This is -2, which is equal to 0. So we multiply by -1. So we'll have -1 times -p squared, which is p squared. -1 multiplying by 2p. This is the same thing as -2p plus 2. This is equal to 0. Now this is a quadratic equation. This is a quadratic equation, which is in the form of ap squared plus bp plus c. This is equal to 0. Okay, so we have that a is equal to 1, b is equal to -2, and c is equal to 2. Okay, so applying the quadratic formula, you will have that p is equal to -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Okay, let's substitute the values of a, b, and c so that we'll have -b, that is -2, plus or minus the square root of b squared. Okay, b squared is -2 squared, which is basically equal to 4. Subtract 4 times 1, okay, times c, which is actually equal to 2, divided by 2 times 1, which is actually 2. So this is equal to negative times negative. This is 2 plus or minus the square root of, now this is 4. This is basically 4. Subtract, this is 4 times 2, which is 8, divided by 2. And that means that we'll have 2 plus or minus the square root of 4 subtract 8. This is -4 divided by 2. Okay, let's proceed. So we have 2 plus or minus the square root of -4 divided by 2. Okay, now that means that this is 2 plus or minus. Now the square root of -4, we can express this as the square root of 4 multiplied by square root of -1 divided by 2. And square root of -1, this is basically equal to I. Okay, so this is equal to 2 plus or minus the square root of 4. This is 2 multiplied by I divided by 2. So this is equal to, if we simplify here, we'll have 1 plus or minus I. Okay, so that means we have two complex roots. We have two complex roots, that is p2, which is 1, subtract I, and p3, which is equal to 1, okay, plus I. Okay, these are two complex roots. Okay, but now we have only one real root. We have only one real root, which is actually p1, which is p1, which you calculated as -1. Okay, so let's verify that p1, which is -1, actually satisfies the equation. Remember, we end that p to power 2 subtract p to power 3. This is supposed to give us a value of 2. So let's substitute the value of p. We have -1 squared subtract -1 cubed. This should give us a value of 2. Okay, so -1 squared, this is 1. Subtract -1 cubed, this is -1. This should give us a value of 2. So here you have 1 minus -1. This is 1. Negative times negative, this is +1, which is equal to 2. So 1 plus 1 is 2, which is equal to 2. And that shows that the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side, and that affirms that we only have the real root is p1, okay, but assigns that we have 3 solutions. So follow the steps, like this video, and subscribe.